Hello everyone, and welcome to my third session in my challenge. And I apologize for my voice. I'm dealing with a cold, but I wanted to get this video uploaded for you. So this week in particular that I'm working on took me longer than all the rest so far, and I spent a lot of time digging for things. So I have to find a better way to organize my kit so that I spend less time looking for stuff so that I can be more productive on my layouts. And then these stickers that I was just dealing with for the WK for the week, those are Pebbles stickers, and I've had them forever, but they tear. As you saw, the W was torn in half, and they're hard to get off the sheet, and so I'm not going to be buying stickers like that again, so I'm just trying to use these up. And then I had those chipboard numbers, and I wanted to give them somewhere to be grounded so they weren't just floating in that white space. So I'm adding these layers of washi to tie the colors together and just to give these numbers a place to sit. And as always on these chipboard number stickers, I always put adhesive on the back, which is a pain, and I don't like doing it, so I won't be buying chipboard alphas anymore either. So I just added the date by handwriting it, and I just adding a little bit of detail to this pre-printed arrow on this card to make it stand out a little bit, add a little bit of dimension to it. And then here I'm digging again, trying to find an embellishment. So again, I wasted a lot of time. I was indecisive, and I ended up going with that little bear. It was just a cutout from an old scrapbooking magazine, and I just cut it out and had a little, put it in a little bin to save for my baby's album. So I'm using it here. And so I'm just going to trim off the excess, and that will finish this title card for this spread. And moving on, I'm sure everyone's taken some little nude baby pictures of their little one at some point. So I made my little one here pose for me a little bit. And so because the photos are in black and white, I wanted a colorful filler card. So that's why I chose this one. And then giving, again, a place to start. So I put the washi there so I could add my alphas. And again, so they don't look like they're just floating and they don't get lost with that busy background. So I spell out baby buns using my alpha letters, and again, just keeping my washi out because that's what's tying all of these pockets together. So adding this chipboard hard and kind of going back and forth here. These are these enamel dots, the Stampin' Up! Ones. And then I go back to that photo and I add some more alpha stickers. I just spell out hello. I didn't know what else to put. And then I add just this little heart puffy sticker there. And then I just felt the top was just a little plain, and so I wanted to draw your eye up there, so I just decided to pick this washi here, which is somewhat subtle. It's kind of clear with those blue stripes. And so I just folded it over so it's not so thick, and then just trimmed off the excess. So that finishes those two pockets, and then now I have the other two to work on the bottom. I believe actually this Project Life pocket page protector I'm dealing with is letter F, I believe, which is one of the more difficult ones I think for me, but it's fun for a challenge where it has the 4 horizontal pockets in the middle and then the 4 vertical 4x6 pockets on the sides. So you'll see the entire spread when I'm done. So again, just using the washi to ground the photo and add color. And again, I went digging. I edited a lot of the time I was digging and looking for stuff out. So this layout, like I said, took longer than the others because I was just looking for stuff. I was just getting really frustrated that it was taking me so long to find what I wanted or something to use. So got to improve on that. So then down to the last filler card, I just used a filler card. It had the right colors, so I just kind of left it alone. Just added this washi to add some more of that orange and make it, like I said, balanced because it's going to be in the bottom of this whole spread. And then I just outlined the entire border to frame it a little bit and just give it a little bit more personality. So those are the 4 middle pockets done. And now I'm going to go on to the 4x6s. So I have these 2 photos here, and I was just trying to decide which one would go on that card. I trimmed my photo down and then again was digging for a 3x4 to layer it on top of. So I found this one. I wasn't going to use that little bear image, so I just covered it up so I could have the blue diagonals in the background. Then again, because my photo is smaller than that space, I needed something to ground it, so I put some washi here to again ground my photo so again it doesn't look like it's floating. So I am now just layering my photo. And same as I did above, I'm just adding a little bit of detail to make this little banner stand out. And this was dangerous. I put adhesive on this wood veneer and I didn't know where I wanted to put it. And so I don't recommend this because if I dropped it, I would have had glue all over my photo or somewhere where I didn't want it. So don't do that unless you know for sure where you want to put your wood veneer before you put the adhesive on it. But it worked out for me okay. I just put it there on the bottom and I didn't drop it. I just hand wrote the date up there in the banner. I didn't know what I was going to do up there, but just hand wrote the date. I was running out of time here, feeling that anxiety that spending too much time. So I added my alpha stickers there on the bottom, this little cork piece, which I really like these cork pieces. They're pretty easy to use and I like the dimension that they add. And here I'm just hand writing my little title for this photo. Very simple instead of using alphas. And my little signature of outlining the frame of this card just to give it a little frame and dimension. So on to the next 4x6. So this one was a little bit busy with all that blue diagonals and stripes, so I matted the photo on a white journaling card. Again, I just covered the image that was on it and cut my picture a little bit smaller. For contrast, I decided to use the orange washi to contrast that blue color. And then now I'm just embellishing, so I have this label sticker and another sticker I'm grabbing, which again took me a while to find what I wanted to put. And then I just hand wrote in my words, saved me a little bit of time instead of trying to find alpha stickers to spell that out. Another cork embellishment, these little Stampin' Up! Dots, which I'm getting through. You can see my little sheets getting empty, which is great. And my outline to break up the diagonals and frame it. And that will finish off that one. That one went together really quick. So this is my journaling pocket. So I needed more space, so I actually covered that camera image with a label and just wrote over it. And I think that looks okay. I don't think anyone would know that there is a camera behind there. I added the washi on top just to dress it up, and this cork heart and another dot to balance it and make it all match. So here's the entire week 13 spread, and here's the statistics. Again, this one took me longer than the others. This one took me 40 minutes, and so we will see how I do in the next one. So on to week 6. So this one I had a lot of photos for this week, and so this is actually when my baby was actually 3 months, so I wanted to highlight that in the title card instead of by weeks. So I had this little pre-printed card from Simple Stories, I believe it was. So I just cut out the little 3 months, and then I wanted the cutout to be in the bottom left corner. So I kind of flipped the card around to get the cutout in the bottom left corner. I get the colored border around my picture, and then I'm just going to glue that right on top so that you couldn't see that I cut that part out of the card. And then I'm just going to glue it down onto this black journaling card. Adding some embellishments, I went through my stash, found a sticker of a star, and this is a cutout from a magazine. And this layout as well as the last week, again, I spent time looking for stuff. I think I need to better organize all my cut aparts and things, so maybe in the next weeks I'll do that. Typical, I outlined the border with a white gel pen and added these white enamel dots, and that finishes this, is basically my title card for this week. This is going to be my little journaling card, and this is horizontal, so the grid is nice. I just added my journaling there and used my number stickers to make the date. And here I am just showing you part of the process. I do lay it out to see which photos are going to go where, but usually I edit that part out, but that is included in my time. So just wanted to show you. And so I trimmed my photo down to fit on a 3x4 journaling card to get a border. I had these little tags I cut from my stash a while back. And so to tie in the black color, I used this black tag. I used this word noteworthy because this is him holding his head up, and that's what the journaling was talking about. And so I'm just lining that up and adding this label to the bottom of the photo. And I add a heart enameled sticker here to dress up that tag a little bit. And a little bit of washi on the top, and I just thought I'd do something a little different on the bottom. I tore the washi and just put a little piece down here for a little visual interest so it wasn't just straight. And as usual, I outlined my card. So that will finish that 4x6. And here's a horizontal photo. This one was really quick and easy. I added this washi down here in the bottom. I had these white stickers from Stampin' Up. They're really nice and white and bold. I like the way they turned out. And I just added those two, and that finishes this pocket. And then the next horizontal pocket, I trimmed my photo down and I matted it on a 3x4 card. And here I just wanted to show you what I've done in the past. I cut out, this is an image from a Stampin' Up! Catalog of one of their stamps, and so I just cut it out to use it as an image. And so I was just showing you that, again, this was part of my process on this. So it took a little bit of time, but that's how I make my own embellishments in some cases, just cutting it out from the magazine itself. So I layered it on top of a label sticker there, and I just hand wrote in instead of using alphas to save me some time. So that finishes that one, and now on to another 4x6 pocket, vertical pocket. So also I wanted to show you that I do the same struggle that most of you do of trying to determine which cards to go in behind my photos, so that is part of the process. And I matted that photo, trimmed it down, and I am going to stamp, and I'm going to stamp directly on the photo, so I'm using StazOn ink. So you want to make sure you're on a flat, even surface. So I had to move my photo because it was on top of that tag. So I wanted to make sure I had an even surface to stamp on. So just a steady hand and make sure it makes contact, and that's all you need to do. You don't need to press hard. And really within seconds, like I'm even turning the photo upside down, and you can see it does not smear. So that StazOn ink works well on photos. So I just layered my photo on top of that tag and added one of these cork hearts and then some word stickers that I had. And that will finish this 4x6 card. Very quick and simple too. And here the struggle was I had two cute photos and I wanted to fit them in one pocket, so I just cut them down and they fit nicely like this on a 4x6 card. So that's how I got more photos. I was able to use more photos on this spread. I added some alphas down here in the bottom, and just to dress up this void, I just went with the cork pieces. I don't know why I chose a cloud. It was just the right kind of size. It fit that space pretty well. And here's the struggle of locating where to put a sticker in that void. I didn't know where to put it. And so I just added another of these cork pieces to balance it out. And that will finish that card. So the last horizontal card I'm just going to use as a filler. And so here's the entire spread for this week. And here's the statistics on this one. So week 6, it took me 33 minutes. And so here are my grand totals for this challenge. I have 6 weeks done out of the 44, and I have used 3 hours and 28 minutes. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.